It's that time of the year again when everyone puts games that they loved into categories and everyone argues that they are wrong. But I do it a little differently here if you did not know or have not seen the previous years. And my cat is, I don't know if you can hear that, but he wants my attention. But I'm a little busy right now. If he can come upstairs if he wants. You were up here just a minute ago. You know that. Okay. Yes, I do mine just a little bit differently. I do two parts. One part, of course, is, well, actually two parts. The second part is the top games that I did play. But the first part is the games that I didn't play, but I really, really wanted to. So, it's time for 2018's games I did not play, but I really wanted to. Hopefully, in the next coming year, I get to play them. And probably a whole bunch more of other things that I've never gotten to play. This year was big. Especially this, I think I filled like at least 15 games from this year's E3 into this list. I have probably over 40 games or more on my original list of games that I didn't play. But I have narrowed them down to 7 this year. We're doing 7 because there are so many. And then tomorrow we'll do top 5 because I do have 5 very good games that I played. But first, we go for the ones we didn't play. I usually, remember that I mention games from the previous list that I did for 2017 to games I didn't play, just kind of talky points. I didn't do that this year because I'm lazy. I didn't really want to. A lot of old stuff. Didn't want to. I had so many games to pick from. I didn't think it was fine. Plus, I think I did play them and was fine, or most of them are in the list I have in top 5. Or at least I know maybe 3. I don't know. Definitely 2. Maybe 3. So, we'll see that. But, nevertheless, we have number 7 on the list. A short one, and one of 2 of this year's tactical strategy games. Not real-time, turn-based. I am terrible at real-time. Turn-based, I can do pretty well. But the first one is one we only got a slight glimpse of at E3, and that was Gears Tactics. Surprisingly for me, because I don't play or even really like the Gears of War games. I've never played them. Don't really find them interesting. Not my thing. But, from what I saw of the tiny little trailer snippet sandwiched between the mobile game and the actual Gears of War 5, it looked different, okay? And that is the key here with the 2 turn-based strategy games that I have on the list, because I played XCOM 2. I'm just going to say that. I played a lot of XCOM 2, even before the blackout, and when it was kind of running, kind of not. Now it runs very nicely, and I also have War of the Chosen. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. So, with how I've been playing XCOM 2, I really like it. But there are a couple things that would make it better, and for this and the other game that I've picked, they do things differently, just differently enough. The Gears Tactics looks like it has some different things. It has, like, controlled sight lines and, like, areas that you can, like, focus on and whatnot to, like, corner and stuff with enemies, and a boss fight. A boss fight in a turn-based tactics game would be awesome. Okay? So I have high hopes for Gears Tactics in my hoping that it's good and wanting to play it. That's kind of why it's number 7, because we didn't get enough of it. I want some more information. If there is some, I don't know about it. Oh, hey, Boo! Cat came up. Yeah, he did come up. But anyway, no, the game has my hopes up in hoping that it's a little bit different than XCOM. I know there's also a lot of other games. There's like a point game, something that was that's kind of being worked on. The one where there's a infection where you turn into crabs. I don't remember the name of that one, but it was like from the people that made original XCOM or the Enemy Unknown XCOM, whatever it is. It didn't really strike my fancy because it was way too similar to XCOM. I want something different. That's why Gears Tactics is on this list at number 7. Another one that was at E3 that caught my interest, that looked really, really satisfying, was Satisfactory. I like just simple stuff. And Satisfactory, in hindsight, is probably really simple, but you build towards things. It's like Minecraft. I know Factorio is a game. Doesn't interest me at all. Because doesn't really look good to me. Plus the top-down aspect of it really not my thing. I don't know. No, not yours either there, Boo. Okay, no. Not his either. But Satisfactory is 3D, first-person kind of deal. And that alone, making a giant factory and conveyor belts and whatnot, sold me immediately. How that will turn out in me liking it and stuff, we'll see. Hopefully I get to play it. I don't know. But it's on kind of the lower part of the list because it's an unknown factor of I don't really play a lot of those kinds of games. Again, I do play Minecraft, and at the moment, it's kind of in limbo of finding different mods and whatnot to it. But otherwise, I know I play, Graveyard Keeper, and I have Stardew Valley as well. Those are differently done in that kind of way, but kind of feeling the same of mining resources, creating something, and making it automated in some respect. But it's like, that's why it's number 6 on the list. If I get my hands on it and start working with it and figuring out things, maybe next year it'll go higher, or even, on my top games. But right now, number 6. Looking forward to it. Number 5 is a Flash game. More specifically, a Flash game turned into a full, proper game, which I always am appreciative of, and I always love games that start small, get bigger, and are just as fun. Zombotron, the physics-based 2D side-scroller shooter. If you've never played the Zombotron series, you should. They're great looking playing games. I have covered them on Flash Player a couple times because there's different ones, and the full coming out game looks great. It's got everything that you'd want in a Zombotron game. Graphically, again, looks great. The time that has been spent on that, the physics, the gunplay, the little tweaks and changes that have been made from Flash to full. I am very excited to be seeing that game fully realized, and it's probably going to be one of the few games that I own that I'm going to make a series on based off of Flash games. I have a working title of Flash Game Advance in my head where I want to take Flash games that are free and examine the ones you actually pay for, if it's worth paying for them and whatnot. This is one of those games that I'm keeping my very glued eyes on. I have a few others just in stock, so I can, make a small series of that. I don't even know if that's going to be a next year thing. Probably not. But I'm looking forward to Zombotron not only because of that, but also because it's an excellent game and game series, and I just want to play it. I realize looking at my camera here, maybe I shouldn't have worn black on dark on chair this time. Interesting. Number 4 on the list is Vampire. Okay? Now, this was in an early talked about game, I kind of was interested in it, but from what I saw, it didn't really look my thing. From what it turned into, it is a adventure-y, choose-your-own-path kind of decision game that is about a guy turned vampire in, like, the, not steampunk, but the age steampunk should exist in, kind of Victorian era, trying to be a good person, but also subduing that vampire-y need, trying to figure out a mystery kind of thing. That is my shit. Okay? We all know I loved Prey. Prey is a first-person, spacey version of choose-your-own mystery kind of thing. Bioshock as well. Those are my jams. I love it. And Vampire just hit those marks, and I haven't played it yet. I've actually seen just enough of it to know if I will or won't like it, but otherwise I'm blind for story. So whenever I get that, I'm hopefully going to do a Let's Play of it. Don't know yet. We've got other pressing games that I want to make videos on. But Vampire's style and just everything about it looks so inviting to me. I really think that I will like that game. And if you have played that game, hopefully you liked it too. I don't know much about it that way. If it ended badly, or it didn't get much buzz about it. It kind of came out and then died down hype-wise, but hopefully it's a solid enough game where it's just good. It's just a good game. Speaking of Victorian, maybe? I don't know. Number 3 spot is a weirder title, but also more of a showing, not telling title. Or telling, not showing title. I don't know. Number 3 is Lust for Darkness. M-rated, more than likely, maybe even X. It is like a woman trying to get into a sex cult about Cthulhu because of a mystery, and it's a weird little title that I want to play. Not only because it's Cthulhu-esque, culty shit, but also because it's like raunchy and weird, and I've seen just a little bit of it to know that it's not good in a bad way kind of thing. I don't know. It's very hard to describe without showing, but if I showed it to you, I'd probably get DMCA'd, which is also sad because I want to make a comedy series about it, but if I do, my channel will probably get shut down, which is why I kind of... Look, you know the specials that I have, okay? The Flash Player specials. The 200th one is porn, essentially, and I try and edit around that as much as I can, but that... Lust for Darkness, if I ever do that, it's going to be really hard to edit over unless I do, like, censoring, and I can't do that with Movie Maker, so that's never probably coming out, although hopefully, like, I know Pornhub does, maybe, no, probably not, but anyway, Lust for Darkness looks and feels, it just looks and acts like a game that I would really enjoy, not counting the sexy aspects, but with that, it just piques my interest just a little bit more, because I'm actually a real filthy guy. Let's just keep moving on. We'll move on to number 2. Actually, sticking with the Cthulhu-esque stuff, we have Call of Cthulhu, the new game that is the first-person mystery, again, culty game, that came out just recently. It looks good. Like, again, I've only watched a little bit of it to know that I will like it. It's got a little Euro jankiness to it and a couple story elements that I noticed problems with. I will absolutely not deny if I ever play that game, I will point that shit out. Okay? But what it does do properly, which is Cthulhu and mystery and the character building with multiple endings kind of thing, and just the... Yeah, exactly what he said. Absolutely and totally, amazingly up my alley, just like, what was it? Just like Vampire was, like that. No, it wasn't Vampire. I was talking about Bioshocky stuff. Maybe it was in a different video that I'm thinking about. You know what it was? It was probably last video when I was talking about the Prey Let's Play. That's probably it. But again, going back to, it's like Prey, Bioshock, that kind of feeliness, and that is my jam. I love that shit. So, hopefully, when I get it, if I get it, it'll be a Let's Play. But again, like I said before with the other game previously, I've got other stuff planned for next year, so that's probably going to be a lower priority. But still, number 2 on the list. Number 2 looks really, really good. Finally, at the number 1 spot is a very late comer on this list. Not the kind of late comer that we had with Lust for Darkness, okay? We're talking about released, I think, in November, December. I'm not quite sure. But very late in realizing how much I wanted to play it. Because, again, this is my turn-based... This is the second turn-based tactics game that's in an open world. We're talking about Mutant Year Zero here, people. I was not expecting to want to play this game. And with that non-expectedness comes amazement. And... oh god, I really want to play this, which is why it's in the number 1 spot, okay? So I saw so on Steam I saw, oh, it's getting great reviews. Oh, that might be nice. Oh, it's a turn-based game. It's got some weird little things to it. I don't know if I'd like it. Maybe I'll check out a video. Oh, this game is amazing. So yeah, Mutant Year Zero has, it's got, weirdly enough, set characters. I'm not sure how much I like about the set characters in a game that's maybe permadeath? I don't know. Unlike XCOM, where each character is kind of a blank shell that you craft, and then once they die, it's like, oh, okay, move on to the next one, I guess, but we mourn for the last one. Mutant Year Zero has characters. It's story-driven, much more story-driven than an XCOM game would be. It's got an open world game. Yeah, exactly, Boo. I don't know what he said. It's got an open world feel that you can ambush people. It is a post-apocalyptic-y, weird mutant people that you can level up, but I don't know if they die permanently. There's a few unanswered questions, but from what I saw in the whole different take of it being open world, like I was saying with Gears Tactics, it was doing something different with a game I really, really like. So that in itself was amazing. But also there's different mechanics in it, and range, and maybe not changing specialties, but focusing on the parts of your different protagonists' styles. It looks amazing, and I really, really want to play the game. The story looks good, too. Not really interested in the story as much as the gameplay itself, but that gameplay elevates it just enough to be the number 1 spot of my I didn't play this year games. So I am very much looking forward to it, and being that it is so story-driven, I may even want to do a Let's Play of it. Like, if I get it, and I play it, and it's like, oh, this is really something, it makes you hold on and want to continue, that might be the Divinity 2 secondary, one to go after. Because it actually has a lot of things similar to Divinity in, the open world movie, but then suddenly it turns into a turn-based game kind of thing, right? So, but with an actually, going forward story and leveling characters and whatnot. So that might be the game to follow up Divinity, although I might have something in between there to like break up the sameness, like I tend to do, you know? But yeah, no, Mutant Year Zero, other title under it kind of thing, definitely my number one surprise want that I didn't get to play game of 2018. Come here. You want my attention? Hey, you're on camera. Look at you, you're on camera. This video immediately got so much better because there's a cat in it now. If this isn't the thumbnail, I don't know what I'm going... Ow, did you just bite my arm? I'll put you down if you want. If that's not the thumbnail and it doesn't get me a whole bunch of views, I don't know what will. And that is it, along with the little interlude of the cat. Yes, you are such a good kitty. That has been my games I did not play, but I really, really wanted to of 2018. Let's go through the list again for our review. We have number 7, Gears Tactics. It looks interesting, but I like to see a little bit more information about it. Number 6, Satisfactory. Again, a little bit more information, but I feel like that would fit into my wheelhouse of my, oh, I'm playing this game while also listening to a podcast kind of thing. That's kind of where that leads to me. Number 5, Zombotron. I want that game to be really something, you know, just an evolution of the Flash game. Absolutely stunningly want that. Number 4, Vampire. Something very differently, you know, story wise. Like it's different, and I like different, and it also has the elements of choose your own path of being a real cunt of a vampire. Oof, that felt wrong to say, but also being a good doctor kind of thing. Number 3, Lust for Darkness. Speaking of cunts, we want the Cthulhu ritual sacrifice sex cult thing. Simple as that. Number 2, Call of Cthulhu. Less sex culty, more stabby culty, and actual old gods that make you go insane. But you drink to make it feel better, but also go insane, because your life has no deviation. This is what you were meant to be, and what you meant to do, and you can't change it, no matter what you try. You will always be this. And number 1, Mutant Year Zero, the surprise topper of the end of the year. I'm looking forward to seeing if it's actually really good. I really want to play that game. That it looks superb. But yeah, that's been the games I didn't play of 2018. Tomorrow, yes, Boo, you were on camera. You're now famous. I think that's the first time he's ever been on camera on this channel. Possibly. That's been the year. Tomorrow we'll put up the top 5 games, and I am really looking forward to that because, well, one of them's actually already a series on the channel, and the other 2 I want to be, and actually all 5 of them I want to be series on the channel for completely different reasons. So I'm look forward to that. So, yay! Till tomorrow.